Hey y'all. So I want to read into Ephesians 4 verse 19. Now I love, well, it's all a fire hydrant. If you see my Bible on Ephesians 4, there's stars and underlines and boxes and two different color highlighters, arrows. It's just so rich. And this was before we started doing the study on it. So verse 19 says, in their spiritual apathy. Now again, he's talking about the heathen, the Gentiles, those without Christ. In their spiritual apathy, they have become callous and past feeling and reckless, and have abandoned themselves a prey to unbridled sensuality, eager and greedy to indulge in every form of impurity that their depraved desires may suggest and demand. There's several points in this that I really would like to pick out. So in their spiritual apathy, apathy is lack of interest or concern and indifferent. And we, as followers of Jesus Christ, must guard against spiritual apathy. Paul says again in Ephesians 4:17, you cannot live like the heathen live. This I say and solemnly testify in the name of the Lord and in his presence, you must no longer live as the heathen do. They are spiritually apathetic. He says in their spiritual apathy, they have become callous and past feeling. We can no longer live like the heathen. We can no longer just be indifferent about our spirit and about this renewal and about this transformation, the coming out and the separating between the bride of Christ, the ruling body, the church, and the world. We cannot be content in spiritual apathy. A lack of interest or not being concerned and indifferent. He says they've become callous and past feelings and have abandoned themselves as prey to unbridled sensuality, eager and greedy to indulge in every form of impurity that their depraved desires may suggest and demand. So they have abandoned themselves as prey in this spiritual apathy, lack of concern, lack of interest, being indifferent to their spiritual growth. They have abandoned themselves as prey. I was reading this and thinking about it, and the verse that came to mind almost immediately was from 1 Peter 5:8. And Peter says, if anybody would know this, it would be Peter. Peter would know this with conviction to be true. He says, be well balanced, temperate, sober of mind, be vigilant and cautious at all times. That is exactly what Paul is saying here in Ephesians 4:19. Don't be spiritually apathetic. Do not be indifferent. Do not lose interest or concern about your spiritual well-being. Don't leave it to be. Don't abandon your spiritual growth, that change and transformation and the reformation of your thinking through the power of the Holy Spirit. Don't abandon it. Peter says, be well balanced, be temperate, be sober of mind, be vigilant and cautious at all times. Why? And we'll pick up here tomorrow. I'll see you then. Bye, y'all.